Good morning, children. Hope you are all safe and healthy at home. Today, let us discuss about the physical features of India. As we all know that India has a vast mainland, a detailed account of the different physiographic units highlights the unique feature of each region. It would, however, be clear that each region complements the other and makes the country richer in its natural resources. The mountains are the major sources of water and forest wealth. The northern plains are the granaries of the country. They provide the basic for early civilizations. The plateau is a storehouse of minerals which has played a crucial role in the industrialization of the country. The coastal region and the island groups provide sites for fishing and port activities. Thus, the diverse physical features of the land have immense future possibilities of the developments. The Indian Desert. The Indian Desert lies towards the western margins of the Aravalli Hills. It has an undulating sandy plain covered with sand dunes. This region receives very low rainfall below 150 mm per year. It has arid climate, means having very little or no rain. It is too dry, barren land with low vegetation cover. Streams appear during the rainy season, but soon after they disappear into the sand as they do not have enough water to reach the sea. Luni is the only larger river in this region. Burchans, they are crescent-shaped dunes, means half moon shape that cover the larger areas, but the longitudinal dunes become more prominent near the Indo-Pakistan boundary. If you visit Jaisalmer, you may go to see a group of burchans. The coastal plains. The peninsular plateau is flanked by a stretch of narrow coastal strips running along the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on the east. The western coast is sandwiched between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea, and it is a narrow plain. It consists of three sections. The northern part of the coast is called the Konkan. It is in Mumbai to Goa. The central stretch is called Kannad Plain, while the southern stretch is referred to as Malabar Coast. The plains along the Bay of Bengal are wide and level. In the northern part, it is referred to as the Northern Sarkar, while the southern part is known as the Coromandel Coast. Large rivers such as Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna and the Kaveri have formed extensive delta on this coast. Lake Chilika is an important feature along the eastern coast. The Lake Chilika is the largest saltwater lake in India. It lies in the state of Orissa to the south of Mahanadi Delta. The islands. You have already seen that India has a vast main land. Besides this, the country has two groups of islands. Can you identify these island groups? If you locate the Lakshadweep Islands group lying close to the Malabar coast of Kerala, this group of islands is composed of small coral islands. Earlier, they were known as Laccadive, Minicoy and Amendive. In 1973, these were named as Lakshadweep. It covers small area of 32 square kilometer. Karavatti Island is the administrative headquarters of Lakshadweep. This island group has great diversity of flora and fauna. The Pitti Island which is uninhabited, has a bird sanctuary. You can see many corals found in the ocean water. So what are corals? Coral polyps are short-lived microscopic organisms which live in colonies. They flourish in shallow, mud-free and warm waters. They secrete calcium carbonate. The coral secretion and their skeletons from coral deposits in the form of reefs. There are mainly three kinds of reefs. One is barrier reef, fringing red Reef and atolls. The Great Barrier Reef of Australia is a good example of the first kind of coral reefs. Atolls are circular and horse-shaped coral reefs. You can see the elongated chain of islands located in the Bay of Bengal extending from north to south. These are Andaman and Nicobar Islands. They are bigger in size and are more numerous and they are scattered. The entire group of islands is divided into two broad categories, the Andaman in the north and the Nicobar in the south. It is believed that these islands are an elevated portion of submarine mountains. These island groups are of great strategic importance for the country. There is a great diversity of flora and fauna in this group of islands too. These islands lie close to equator and experience equatorial climate and has a thick forest covers.